Oh, let me switch this up a little bit. Hello, happy Friday. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome in. I'm Danielle from Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and we're going to get into some Reiki and crystals tonight. So go ahead and use the chat feature if you're live, and go ahead and request any particular healing that you'd like if you have any particular focus, and I will reflect it in the crystal grid here for us tonight. I'm so glad to share this healing with you today. This is my second run of community distance Reiki today, and the first one was so nice and so good and so restorative. Cannot wait to get into another. Let's see, if you are here for the first time or returning, if you are able, go ahead and like the stream. That will help me immensely with getting the word out. Other than that, thank you so much. Spend this time getting comfortable. You can sit up, you can lay down. You don't have to be in any particular position for Reiki to work. Just comfort is king. At the same time, while you don't have to do anything, in fact, I recommend you just chill and I'll take care of the rest. If you would like to do anything else in this time, like paint, do yoga, write, whatever, this is your time. It's all about you. So let's make this your ritual. And if you have any questions, go ahead and pop those in the chat too. Of course, before we get started, I'll walk us through the basics of what Reiki is and how everything's going to run. But essentially for the first 20 minutes or so, I'll build the crystal grid with everyone. I'll quickly explain a little bit about Reiki, and then I'll go into a half-hour session where I just send you Reiki wherever you happen to be in the world to support your healing wishes, healing requests, healing desires. And at the end of that, I open it up to more questions and answers. We'll have some lovely background music, and frankly, it's just going to be a lovely evening of self-care. So yeah, thanks again for being here. And as I said, go ahead and use the chat if you have any special requests. I'm going to go ahead and start just feeling the vibe of the evening and picking some crystals based on that. But hey, happy to add more. And I've got tons. If you're wondering what a particular stone does or what it looks like, if you've been curious, let me know and I will happily show you what I have. So let's see. Feel like this has been a whelming week for lots of folks. A lot of pulled in different directions kind of intensity coming out of that full moon we had last Friday, just a week ago. My goodness, I can't believe this week went so fast. So I'm going to go ahead and give us some nice renewing, restorative energy, and I think some Rutilated Quartz would be the answer to that. Rutilated Quartz is like an amazing all-purpose kind of healing crystal. It helps to renew and restore our energy when it's depleted. And actually, let me go ahead and switch this up. Hello and welcome in, those of you who are just joining us. I'm Danielle from Learn Reiki Philadelphia. Thank you for joining me today for some community distance Reiki. I'm just going to go ahead and share the screen with the crystal grid. There we go. If you have any healing requests, go ahead and pop them in the chat. I will reflect them in the grid here. And so grateful you're here. If you have a moment and can like the stream, appreciate it. If you're already comfortable, don't worry about it. I'm just adding some Rutilated Quartz. Excellent for, as I said, restoring and renewing our energy when it's a little depleted, whether that's after illness or just like a long week, anything. It can be really wonderful for that. It's also incredible for, it's really incredible for balancing mind and spirit. It's when we feel like we're at loose ends mentally and emotionally, it can help us kind of find our center point once again. It's also used quite frequently to help direct the energy exactly where it's supposed to go. When my healing center was on Jewelers Row in Philadelphia, I often chatted with the jewelers about, what types of lore were the backgrounds of the stones. A lot of the jewelers on Jewelers Row have been jewelers for generations and were from all over the globe. So you got to hear lots of different versions of what different crystals had been used for historically. This one was often recommended when someone was undergoing intense treatment. For specifically, they would recommend this if someone came in and said, I have a loved one who's going through cancer treatments. Is there anything that can help? And their theory was that this could help energetically, like help the treatments go exactly to where they wanted them to focus on. So I thought that was really interesting. But as much as like focusing these rutils, these, whether they're silver colored or golden colored, they actually do kind of point the energy in any number of directions. So it's a really interesting stone, and it's so pretty. But yeah, works for so many things. If you are into energy healing, if you're just building your crystal healing toolkit, this is a good one for sure. It works for so many things. Let's see what else we have in kind of the healing. For energy, increase in income, and healing for the family. Yep. Oh, absolutely, for both of those things. So have a few crystals for energy, increase in income, healing for family, absolutely, especially income and family. I have some really good ones for those. Crystals for helping separate energy of others and us around the world, absolutely. And also, just so you know, when I do my focusing in on the Reiki and calling in the energy and directing it to everyone, I get really, really specific in keeping all of our energies separate and protected, because yeah, it's absolutely a thing. So there's actually a crystal that works for both of those main requests, and I have it right here. We use it a lot. It's red tiger eye. It's incredibly protective. It also helps blood flow in the body, as well as grounding. And it is excellent for manifesting financial gain. Hello. Gotcha. I can support you there too, cat lady. Here is our red tiger eye. And hello, Nurse Blair. Hello. This is red tiger eye. It is just like the yellow gold kind of tiger eye that we see, but it is more red. It's such a beautiful stone. And like I said, very protective, excellent for circulation, cardiac love, you know, if your heart needs a little, you know, your physical heart needs a little support. Financial abundance, especially in a hurry, and deeply protective, especially from like even like intentional not good energy. It's excellent for that. Hello and welcome into folks that are just joining. Letting go and surrendering, absolutely. And also for separating energy, keeping energy separate from around the world. Here I have some black tourmaline. Black tourmaline helps to push away less than desirable negative energy, including electromagnetic smog. And this is shungite. This helps purify energy. Yeah, physical energy we have here in the Rutilated Quartz is excellent for that. Letting go, surrendering. Gotcha. Muscle soreness. Let's get some Celestite going for some pain mitigation. Hi, Karen. Hope you're well. Hi, Michelle. Okay. I love the requests that are coming in today. This is some Celestite, which not only helps connect us to our angels, which can give us that guidance and pull us on our life's purpose, but it's excellent for pain relief and pain mitigation. Acceptance and letting go. Acceptance and letting go. This is fossilized wood. Excellent for that. This is wood that has had to give up its life when it was alive and was a living tree to transform into literal stone. And it's wonderful for letting go and transforming, embracing what is next, being open, not carrying those harsh, bitter types of feelings that we can get when we're letting go of something, especially when something was really meaningful to us. Excellent for that. Really, really excellent for that. I worked with that a lot through COVID with myself and lots of folks. It was like doors were closing and it was time to embrace something new, and it was like we had to almost have a little funeral for something before we could embrace something different and new. Fear of opening the heart. I have that in Amazonite. This helps us to heal and support the heart chakra. Oftentimes specimens of Amazonite are not the same like solid color like we see here. Oftentimes it has striations of like, be almost like a teal almost, with light striations of white. And I like to think of it as filling in the cracks of a broken heart. The black tourmaline and the shungite will also help with the somebody being harmful on purpose as well. And I'm sorry you're going through that. For relationships, because it seems like there's a lot of like relationships and how we relate to others, not just like, yes, romantic relationships, but also just how other people relate to us, how we relate to them, the positives and the negatives. Carnelian can be really helpful for that. So I'm going to throw some of that in there. Peace and resolution. Yeah, bringing about basic human decency. Can we have so much of that in the universe right now? Angels help us spread that kind of like human decency energy throughout the universe right now, because we could use it. If you need your faith in humanity restored, the people of Berlin have started en masse taking in refugees in their homes. And if you go on Twitter and you start looking for #Berliner, you'll see that they're all working together to, you know, who has beds, who has space, who can take some. Renewed my faith in humanity before I hopped on here. It's like pretty amazing stuff. So if you need that, hop on there later. That will help too. Yeah, basic human decency. Let's see, peace and resolution as well. There's some good ones for that. Okay. Let go and surrender. Black onyx. Let go and surrender. This is very much letting go of, especially even difficult things. It can be good for grief. Ooh, that sounds like a great book. The Language of Letting Go. That sounds like a cool book. I have not read that. I have not. I don't know if anyone else has. If you have any ideas. Yeah, onyx is great for letting go, for seeing things be past, but also for helping us feel grounded and able to kind of ground ourselves, learn, feel supported, which ultimately then leads into a lot of the heart-based stones, like opening our heart again. Did I skip it? So let's see, some peace I think we could all use. Definitely attracting intuition and guidance, Celestite for sure. I'm gonna also add some citrine. Citrine is helpful for a lot of what we're talking about, like balancing a few of the different aspects. So it's great for manifesting, and lots of people, absolutely. It's great for manifesting whatever it is you're manifesting, but especially people think of it for like financial. It's one of those things that I would often give to new business owners when I was still in my old business corridor, for them to put a piece in their money corner, which is the back left corner of the building or the space that you are in, or you could put a piece in the cash box. And so I would give them pieces of citrine for that. But it's also excellent for when we do get those intuitive bursts to help balance intuition and logic. And here we're talking about a lot of logical things and a lot of intuitive and spiritual things. Sometimes when we're working with both, it can get a little muddled. This balances that. And this is natural citrine. A lot of the citrine that you'll find is actually just sort of baked amethyst. I was lucky enough to find some actual, real, genuine citrine, which is more of an orangey brown. So I was very lucky. Yeah, I think we're doing well there. I'll add a few more of those because it's a wonderful stone for balance, for guidance, for grounding a lot of disparate energies. Let's put this here. And one more. Rutilated Smoky Quartz. Let's see if I have another one too. This one is Rutilated Quartz Point. That was a gift from a student of mine, and it is excellent at moving energy just out of your field that needs to go. Just clearing it, and I feel like we could all use that. Put that in the middle here. And then this is a Rutilated Smoky Quartz. Smoky quartz is not only protective, but it really does help move energy through the body. It facilitates things like Reiki to almost amp it up a little bit. And the rutils, same thing. They kind of bring the energy right to where it needs to go and facilitates release and the movement of energy. These are excellent to have in the center here to help us move that energy out. Oh, this feels nice. Okay, thank you all so much for the request. This is an awesome grid. I love it. It looks so pretty. And we're going to go ahead and get ready to do some energy healing. So go ahead and get nice and comfortable. And I will just go ahead and for a brief moment, just for those of you who might be new, hello and welcome. I'm glad that you're here, or anyone who might be watching this on the recording. And by the way, you can always go back and watch recordings of previous streams, along with, listening to the music. And even if you remember that you were at a stream and you can't remember what the stone was, they're always listed in the description when I catalog them. But thank you for being here. It's an honor and a pleasure. And one of the main components of community distance Reiki is that of communal chi. The more people come together with a shared or similar intention, like healing, the greater the energy potential available for everyone. While our individual energies stay very much separate, and I set a very strong energy boundary for that, and the crystals certainly help, and the Reiki in and of itself helps with that, it can be a really helpful thing when we come together to unite in a way with a shared intention. So thank you for being here. All of us working together to build the grid, sharing different resources in the chat. I love it. It's exactly that kind of energy that makes this so special. So I'm Danielle Stimson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. I've been teaching Reiki for about 13 years. And here I am on YouTube doing some Reiki because we started this community distance Reiki earlier on in COVID because, well, we were all stuck at home, and I thought, well, what a great way to support everyone and just make it be about actually taking care of ourselves and neutralizing, any kind of cost barrier. And we started on Zoom, and we grew so much we needed a bigger boat with a little bit more capabilities and the ability to stream music and things like that. So thank you for all of you for making this what it is today. So many of you who were here at the Zoom days are here today. Thank you. You're the reason we are all here. Appreciate all of you. So if you haven't already, before you log out today, go ahead and like the stream. That really helps spread the word. And all the information about online Reiki classes and sessions and tarot readings with me is linked in the description, along with my social media, the free community Discord, and pretty much anything else you can think of, and including my crystal shop, all that good stuff. Reiki, as I understand it and as I work with it, I work with a system called Usui Reiki. Well, that's the main one that I work with. And with Usui Reiki, it was developed in early 1920s Japan with the understanding that energy is everywhere and flows through everyone. And there's all different types of energy and sources of energy. Specifically, Reiki, or spiritually guided life energy. It's thought that it is available to everyone. It's flowing through us right now. It's connecting and uniting all things that are living and breathing, and even inanimate types of things around us, certainly crystals, etc. And this particular energy, our body, mind, and spirit know exactly what to do with it, even if we consciously don't acknowledge this energy or even believe it exists. Culturally, if we don't acknowledge it and believe it exists. At this time in Japan, and now in Japan too, there is a cultural understanding that this energy flows through all things, that we're all connected in that way. It's not the only culture that feels that way. At the same time, Usui's method was meant to make working with this energy even more palpable. It was sort of a methodology or a set of tools to help regular everyday folks like you and I start to work with it a little bit more intensively, a little bit more, no pun intended, hands-on. And I've found it to be just incredibly enlightening and helpful for me. To engage in Reiki energy, you don't need to do anything. During this community distance Reiki, all you need to do, be where you are. You can sit up, you can lie down, whatever feels comfortable to you in that moment. You can get up and get a glass of water if you need to, blanket, what have you. Just enjoy and be cozy. As I send, you might feel any number of different things in your body and your mind. I usually tell folks you don't have to focus on anything, and you don't have to keep a quiet mind. If your mind is wandering, okay, cool. If you want to, take a deep breath and allow it to come back. Maybe you're having some productive thoughts. Maybe you're having some intuitions. Maybe you're not sure where your mind is going. Feel free to just notice what you feel and what you experience. And at the end of our send, I will go ahead and open up the chat and invite you to ask any questions you might have. And of course, I'm so grateful to have all of you here today. So without any further ado, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to connect to the energy, set the intention that it reach all of you with love to all, harm to none, to support your greatest healing good. And in support of all the intentions that you've set today, either aloud or personally, keeping all of our individual energies separate and protected, and thanking the universe so much for allowing me to be here and share this with you. While I send, I'll just be sitting back quietly and I'll turn the music up. You can enjoy this time any way that you like. This is all about you taking time out for yourself. Thank you for being here. I will be back in just under a half an hour, and I'm so grateful to have this opportunity. Enjoy your session. I invite you now to take a deep breath in and out. And if you feel ready, check in with your body. See if you want to stretch, move, or bend. If you'd like to stay in this place, you can go right ahead and do that. Or you can open your eyes and start to come back to this space. Thank you so much for being here this evening. It was an honor to share this space with you. I hope you're feeling better. I know I feel better. You're always welcome. Absolutely. Thank you for being here. And welcome to my new subscriber, Jessica. Deeply appreciate your presence here. And thank you all so much for being here, for doing the work. And when we do the work on ourselves to make ourselves better, we really, healing ourselves is healing the world. We're all interconnected. And I don't know what time zones all of you are in, but here on the East Coast of the US, this was a wonderful way to wind down my Friday evening. If anyone has any questions, go right ahead and use the chat. I am so abundantly happy to answer any questions you might have. And the stones we used today are petrified wood, Rutilated Quartz, Smoky Rutilated Quartz, black onyx, red tiger eye, celestite, citrine, amazonite, carnelian, black tourmaline, shungite. Thank you all so much. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad it was fabulous. I feel fabulous. I hope you feel fabulous. I'll be back Sunday night, and as always, I'll be here the same days and times every week. So I will be here next week at this time, every Friday at 4 and 8 p.m. Eastern US time, 8 p.m. Sunday, Wednesdays at 4 p.m., and Thursdays at 8 a.m. Oh, thank you. It felt wonderful here too. I'm so glad that you all enjoyed it. And thank you all so much for the support in the chat and for supporting the stream. I deeply appreciate it. Deeply, deeply appreciate it. I hope you all are looking forward to a beautiful weekend. I know I am. Got lots to do on the back end. I've got some upcoming videos to set up for all of you, and I've got some upgrades coming to my online Reiki classes, and Sunday I'm booked at my in-person location. The uses of amber. Amber is good for a lot of things. I often use it for when babies are teething. It's excellent for that. Um, I can look up how other people use it. But the base, this thing, I just change it every so often to, sort of keep things different and new. I also have the slice of wood that I got, and this actually is handmade ceramic that I found at a thrift shop of all places, and it's so perfect. It's like you can actually see the finger divots that someone who made this, and it's got this detailing around the edge you can only kind of see like here in places. Yeah, I just change it back and forth every so often. And I'll change it up. I'll find other things too, just to keep it fresh. Keep it fresh. Amber, let's see what other folks use that for. But yeah, amber is wonderful for, it's been used for hundreds of years for teething babies, at least. There's even old, like, family heirlooms in certain parts of the world, Poland, Russia, places like that, where they have baby necklaces of amber that are meant to be, worn by the baby, that are actually have like a little clasp in the back. And thank you. Thank you. I'm glad to be thriving too. I'm glad you all are here to enjoy it too. But let's see what other folks use amber for. I'm always reading new books, and this one is actually by someone who is a well-known Reiki author. Diane Stein, Gemstones A to Z. She wrote the Essential Reiki books. And here for amber, she has like the different shades of it. She puts them all kind of different, like the brown, gold, kind of, and yellow colors. Calming, stabilizing, helps the emotional body. Protective, soothing, pain that comes up from healing work, and even psychic draining. And for the greenish amber, clearing and grounding all of the different chakras. Mostly for removing like blocks in your soul's purpose. So that's interesting. I've never heard of it used that way. I'm so glad you gave me an opportunity to look that up. It's sort of like let go, let goddess kind of energy to amber. But yeah, the using amber for babies teething, that goes back like hundreds of years. There's families that have handed down their little baby teething necklaces to one another. Yeah, but it resonates definitely with the chakra that's just beneath the navel, the solar plexus, which would go along well with the carnelian, for sure. But often it makes sense that it would go along with that. The other energy center that's right there in what we would call in the Indian system of energy, they would call it the sacral chakra. In the Chinese Japanese system, it would be the main hara, or the main seat of energy in the body, and that's related to everything about energy into and out through community and family. So energy from parents, energy to children, like that level of community, and also the energy just above it is what keeps us alive, keeps us in balance. The hara line just beneath the navel in those systems is actually where a lot of the acupuncture meridians start, and the acupuncture meridians take that vital energy and like disseminate it through the body, and then acupuncture would be fine-tuning that energy. So it makes sense there. It's like in Japan and China, the hara, the main hara beneath the navel, it sort of encompasses the solar, or the sacral and the root chakra all together. Yeah, I haven't actually worked with it too much, but I can. Certainly can. I'm always collecting more. I've got like boxes and bins and boxes and bins, and I've got I've got two of these for just community distance Reiki alone, and I'm getting more of these boxes because they're overflowing. I've got like a pile of bags here too. Because it's like I'm just, grabbing a few here and there. And thank you so much for being here. Yeah. And thank you for the support. Awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and wind down this stream, but I'll be in the chat for a little while. So if you have any more questions, feel free to throw them in there. Yeah, it is kind of intriguing. It's when I was gifted this book a long time ago by one of my jeweler friends, one of my closest friends who happens to be a jeweler. This goes into some seriously old lore about stones, the curious lore of precious stones. It was first printed in like 1913. It's amazing. It's got stuff about crystals that I never would have known anywhere else, and it's in here. This is a reprint from 1971. It was like, I don't even know what number printing it was, but originally, like, this is the original text is from 1913. It just this copy happens to have been printed in 1971. So, I mean, lots and lots of books on crystals. Yeah, but thank you so much. Honor and a privilege. I'm going to go ahead and be in the chat for a little while longer, and I'm going to just close down the stream side of it for right now. Thank you everyone so much for being here. Go ahead and like the stream, and if you subscribe with notifications, you'll get a notification every time I go live so you won't miss a beat. The free community Discord, there's a link in the description along with my website and socials and all that good stuff. I hope to see you again soon. I'll next be here Sunday at 8 p.m. And thank you so much. I hope you have a beautiful evening. I'll be in the chat a little bit, and be well. Oh, and if you do want to send, and thank you, Heart. If you do want to send me a message personally, you can do that using in the Discord, or you can send it to my email, Danielle@learnreikiphiladelphia.com. You can also go to learnreikiphiladelphia.com and just email me through the website, and it'll forward to my email for sure. Yeah, it's a little harder to have like private requests here, but I'm working on it where you can also be in the Discord and actually be watching the stream and messaging back and forth in there. And there you can message me privately as well as in the group chat. So yeah, but thank you so much. I will definitely take a peek at it. And thank you for being here. Okay, I'll really end the stream now. Good night and have a great weekend. You too. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm going to do both of those things. All right. Have a great weekend. I'll talk to you all soon.